Hello, I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications for Newton Public Schools, and I'm here with Dr. Deb Ham, the Superintendent. And happy spring break, everyone. We're here to give you a quick recap of Monday's Board of Education meeting. It was a quick one, so we just have a short little recap of the highlights. The first thing that staff and families may want to know the most about is the Board of Education approved our calendar for next year. Can you just let me know some of the changes they are expected to see?
Well, parents won't see too many changes from this year's calendar. It very much mirrors this year's calendar. The biggest change probably for our parents to know is that our spring break will be the third week in March next year. That will be county-wide for our county. It will also include the same week as many of the school districts in our region, so the Wichita metro area. That is kind of a difference from previous years, and it's because the region schools, the universities, typically all took their spring break at the same time. They are not doing that now, and so for schools and public schools, K-12, it's going to put it where we have to make a decision which one to go with. So at any rate, we chose the third week in March for our spring break next year. And so that will be the one thing that I think will most dramatically impact parents. For staff and people who work for the school district, there were a few other changes. We moved a professional day to to the beginning of the year from January, so there will only be one professional day in January. However, that doesn't change for parents because there will still be 2 days in January that students are not in school, and one will be the professional day, which is a Friday, and then Monday, which is Martin Luther King birthday celebration. So for our district, this will be the first time that staff and students are off on Martin Luther King's birthday. And then in addition to that, we moved spring conference week a little bit later, 1 week later, so that it's the first 2 weeks in February. That will still allow the high school to get their pre-enrollment things done that they need to have done, and for staff to have the opportunity for a 3-day weekend. We have a PD day in February that is also connected to President's Day, and that will provide staff with some time, and students will still have a 4-day weekend. So those are pretty minor changes for parents, but for staff, some significant changes in this year's calendar.
Okay. And then the Board of Education also approved some gift requests, which we're always very grateful for. Can you let me know what they are?
Sure. We had a donation from Judy and Tim Flaming for a 2001 Buick, and that will be used by our automotive department with kids. And those donations are always very very much appreciated, because it gives our students an opportunity to work on vehicles and learn from those experiences. And then we had our first Donors Choose gift fulfilled, and that was for a bass string instrument, a bow and a case, that will go to Santa Fe. Again, we have just now started using cloud sourcing for fundraising, and so this was a really great first attempt at that, to have our music department supported in this way. So special thank you to the donors that provided that. And then for our last one, Excel Industries donated $1,000 for the Railer Robotics at the high school for their parts and expenses for their competition, which they are doing this weekend. So we're really excited for them to be at the Kansas City Regionals this weekend, and hopefully doing very, very well.
Can't wait to see how they do. Well, that's actually all we have for you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ham, for being here, and thank you for watching.